Hey guys, yeah, where am I doing right now? I'm heading to Bike Night in Raleigh, North Carolina, second Tuesday of every month. I missed last month and I want to hit this month, and I don't know, I just like going there, and as you can see from the title, I'm not really talking about Bike Night. I'm talking about middleweights and middleweight bikes. And the four middleweight bikes that I want to talk about is the Triumph, obviously what I'm riding, the Street Triple, the Ducati Monster, I guess I would say the SP version because it has the better shocks, also the MT-09 and their SP version because it has the better suspension, and MT-09, of course. Oh, well, yeah, I already said MT. I mean, I'm brain dead. The KTM Duke 890R, and so that's four bikes I think that are pretty much in the same category. There are different middleweight bikes as far as but they don't have the horsepower these bikes do. Like, I think Suzuki came out with one, Honda came out with one, the Hornet, and so, but I don't consider them middleweights like this bike. So those are the four bikes, and the reason I want to talk about them is I've sat on every one of those bikes, but I've never test ridden them, so I don't really know how good they are, or anything like that. They were really comfortable. Well, the KTM wasn't really comfortable. You felt like you were sitting on top of the bike, whereas the MT-09 and the Super Duke, I'm sorry, the MT-09 and the Ducati, the Monster, you felt really comfortable. You felt like you were in the bike a little, and the foot pegs were a little bit lower, so you didn't feel as much as it, like, what did it say, ready to race in KTM, and it kind of felt more like that, and basically ready to race. And as far as the Triumph's concerned, I would say it's a little bit more aggressive than the MT-09 and the Ducati, but not as aggressive as the KTM. So kind of the question I have is, I'm going to probably pick up traffic, guys, so I can't do anything crazy like I want to do. The question I have is, where's this guy going? Is out of those four bikes, now I know a lot of guys coming to this channel like the Street Triple, but out of those four bikes, which do you think is the best, that shines the best as far as like value and all that stuff? Because I know that the Yamaha is probably the cheapest, and definitely $1,000 cheaper than a similarly equipped like my bike, the RS. And just curious what you guys think, if you had those bikes. And I mean, I know the guys with the MT-09s just absolutely love those bikes, and I think the power is kind of comparable, even though this has more horsepower, but the other bikes have more torque, and I think this is geared properly where you get to experience a good amount of torque. So I think if on acceleration they'd probably be really equal, depending on the rider, how light he was and how skilled he was. So performance-wise, I think as far as acceleration, I think they're all equal. I think Oh, I don't know if you guys picked that up. I wish I had my 360 with me. Guy was like 30-40 miles an hour on a dirt bike, and he had it vertical. I mean, he was vertical. Something that I don't have the skill level for, but I get a kick out of it, stuff like that. I know a lot of you adults out there don't condone any of that stuff, but I get a kick out of it when I see kids do that stuff. You still got to have skill, even though you might have a couple of screws loose, which I do. So yeah, he broke my train of thought. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, out of those bikes, I mean, power-wise and everything, I think they're really close, and it depends on the skill of the rider. And then I guess it's styling. See, what drew me to this bike was the styling. I don't like the MT-09, that big frame that you get to see, that big wide frame. That styling is a turn-off to me. Everything else about the bike I like, but I don't like to see that big frame like that. And that's what I like about the Triumph. But the headlight on the Triumph took me a while to get used to. It was, wow, I'm glad I'm not going the other way. Look at this traffic. But now I'm used to it. So I guess I could have got used to the MT-09. It gets rave reviews. I know it's a good bike. I'm not down on any of those bikes. I know they're all good bikes. The bike I probably wouldn't go for would be the KTM, just because of seating position. I don't like sitting on top of a bike like that. But that's just me. I mean, I don't mind the look at all. I think the look is pretty cool, but some people don't like that look. But I do. I like that look. And some people don't like the color. But they're talking about colors. That's what drew me to this bike. I love this cosmic yellow. Like I've said this in the past, I'm not a big yellow fan of any kind of cars, bikes, but something about yellow on this bike I just really, really liked. So that's what really drew me to the bike. And then the reviews were just fantastic. And I think, I'm not saying the other bikes don't have good brakes because I don't know, but from what I read and from my experience of riding this bike, is the brakes are just phenomenal. The MT-09 just doesn't have the brake capacity. They say if you change the pads, it'll be better, but these brakes are just phenomenal. And here we go. Yeah, this light was long. Yeah, so the brakes are just really, really good on this bike. Yeah, open road. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not saying this bike is superior to those bikes. I like the styling of the bike. That's what caught my eye. And then when I was just, when I rode it, I was just like, wow, this bike is just so cool. It's just a really good bike. And I know it's the most expensive. I think, like I said, the 1,000 cheaper for the SP version on the MT-09. And I think the KTM's are a little bit more than the MT-09. Same with the Ducati. But the question of the day for me to you guys is, out of the three bikes, which bike is your preferred bike? I know that Yamaha has that reputation, reliability, but I've had Triumphs in the past, and I'm pretty happy with their reliability, their build quality, and everything. I don't know anything about the Ducati. I hear horror stories, but I don't believe it unless I own one. Same with the KTM. You hear these horror stories, but I don't believe it until I actually own it, because some guys, you're going to hear people complain more than they're going to be. You just read about complaints more than anything. So I'll take it with a grain of salt. I was told that my BMW GS was going to be a nightmare and nothing but problems and expensive to repair and fix, and it was total opposite. One of the most economical bikes I've ever owned as far as maintenance concerned, and overall just great reliability. So that part, I know some guys will probably come on and say the MT-09 hands down Yamaha's the better deal, but another long light, guys. Yeah, that was a long light. Yeah, so I know that the Yamaha's probably going to get that edge of being the reliable bike, but I'm just putting all the factors in. The cosmic yellow and the overall styling of the bike impressed me, and then all the features. It's got almost 130 horsepower. Yeah, the torque is down, but the gearing is spaced so closely. You don't really want for torque. Yeah, it would be nice to add a little bit more torque, but it doesn't. And then I wanted to experience the triple engine. That's why. The Ducati, I like the way it looks, but I don't like the way the exhaust is routed. It just hanging that. I know it's a trademark of Ducati for that V2, but it just didn't do it for me. I just didn't like it, even though I do like the overall design of the bike. And the KTM, it was fine. You just have to put a different slip on and it looks great. Yeah, so this is kind of why I chose. I put all those in. I looked at all those bikes. I sat on all those bikes. I didn't test ride any of them. But the seating position is comfortable for me. Everything feels good. And I'm happy with it. And so far, so good. I'm up to 2,500 miles, and it's all good. Yeah, had to do that. Always got to do that. I like this wheelie control. It just comes up a little bit, and boom. So we're pretty close. Probably a mile away. Maybe I'll get some fuel. Usually the bike night starts about 5. It goes to about 7 or 8. Last month I missed it. They had a lot of stuff going on, stunt bike guys, and I get a kick out of those stunt guys. Those guys are nuts. All right, guys, let's get some fuel. This is Cycle Gear. I'm here early. Gonna pick up a set of gloves today. Finally found the ones I used to have. So yeah, let's get some. Damn it. They're all done. Can't get gas. Unbelievable. Okay. No gas. I don't need gas. I just figure like top it off. All right, guys, we're here. Gonna hang out. Said here early. I gotta pick up some gloves. Oh, I don't know what spot to put it in. I guess I'll just put it right here. It's good enough. And that's it. All right, guys. So, you know, kind of fill me in. What do you guys think? You guys think the Triumph's the best, the Yamaha's the best, or they're all good? I think they're all good. I just wound up with the Triumph. I just want to experience a triple, and I like the Triumph build quality. And the only thing I don't like is that effing dash. But otherwise, the bike's been real good. All right, guys. I guess that's it for now. I'm sure I'm going to cut in a video of some of the bikes that are here, and I'm sure I'll have another video sometime soon. Later, guys. All right, guys, we're here. Bike night. And we're just going to check out the bikes. I'm not going to really describe the bikes. I'm just going to go look at them. Triumph. Let's take a street triple. Nice. I don't know what year this is, but cool. This is cool too. I don't know what this thing is, guys, but it's really cool. Nice. That bike is cool. And there goes my street triple. Thruxton, cool. Got an adventure bike. Or a Tenere 700. Or a Tenere, that's 700. Yeah, 700. Another Yamaha. Suzuki. Cool. 600. Gixxer. I don't know what year these guys are. How you doing? Honda. Nice. I like green. Harley, I don't know what. Street something, I don't know what. This one here. Young girl, just started riding. 300 Honda. Gixxer. Yeah. Nice. And a Fireblade. And this is the Fireblade. I think it is, but it's cool. Sport bikes. I love sport bikes. Just wish I could ride them. Nice. And then what do we have over here? Let's roll over here. Let's check out this Ducati. How you doing, bud? Yes. This Ducati is really cool. So single swing arm. I don't know what it is. I guess it's a monster. Very cool though. Super cool. Nice. Another Ninja. It's probably a 600. Another Ninja. It's got single. That's probably 400 because it's got only one brake caliper. Cool. Oh, I love this Kawasaki. It's like a 2004 ZRX. Nice. Okay, we got the three-wheeler here. Very cool. Another triple. Love the triple. 675. Nice. And we got a 650R. It's a single R. Alright guys, that's it. Probably about 50 bikes here. Pretty cool. Food truck.